Welcome back to Brainwave Broadcast Nexus. Today we discuss about what is the human body made of. The human body is a marvel of nature. It's a complex machine that never ceases to amaze. From the tiniest cell to the largest organ, every part works in harmony. And yet we often take it for granted. Have you ever stopped to wonder what you're really made of? Sure, we see skin, bones, and muscles, but what's really going on inside? What are the building blocks that make us human? The answers might surprise you. Our bodies are made up of trillions of cells. Each one is like a tiny factory. They work non-stop to keep us alive and healthy. But cells aren't the whole story. We're also made of elements, molecules, and even microorganisms. So buckle up, we're about to take an incredible journey through the human body. Let's start small, really small. The basic unit of life is the cell. Our bodies have trillions of them. Each one is like a tiny city. It has its own power plants, factories, and even recycling centers. And just like a city, each cell has a specific job to do. Cells come in many shapes and sizes, but they all have some things in common. Every cell has a membrane. This is like the city wall. It controls what goes in and out. Inside, there's the cytoplasm. This is like the city streets. It's where all the action happens. At the heart of each cell is the nucleus. This is like City Hall. It contains our DNA. That's the instruction manual for our entire body. Other important parts include mitochondria. These are the power plants. They make energy for the cell. There are also ribosomes, the factories that make proteins. Now let's talk about what we're really made of. At the most basic level, we're made of elements. These are the simplest forms of matter. The top element, it's oxygen. About 65% of your body is oxygen. You're mostly made of the stuff you breathe. The next most common is carbon. It makes up about 18% of your body. Then comes hydrogen at 10% and nitrogen at 3%. Calcium and iron are there too, but in much smaller amounts. Each element plays a vital role. Oxygen helps us breathe and gives our cells energy. Carbon forms the backbone of all organic molecules. Hydrogen helps form water and organic compounds. And nitrogen is essential for proteins. Now let's talk about the most abundant molecule in our bodies, water. About 60% of an adult human body is water. For babies, it's even more, around 75%. But why so much water? Water is like the ultimate multitasker. It helps transport nutrients around our body. It regulates our body temperature, it cushions our joints, and it helps remove waste products. Without water, our bodies simply couldn't function. Water is found everywhere in our bodies. Our brain and heart are about 73% water. Our lungs are about 83% water. Even our bones, which we think of as solid, are about 31% water. So next time you take a sip of water, remember, you're replenishing the most important substance in your body. Section 5, Macromolecules, the body's building materials. Now that we've talked about water, let's dive into the other major components of our bodies, macromolecules. These are large, complex molecules that play crucial roles in our bodies. There are four main types: carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. First up, carbohydrates. These are our body's main source of energy. They're like the fuel that keeps our engines running. Simple carbs give us quick energy. Complex carbs provide long-lasting fuel. Our bodies store extra carbs as glycogen in our liver and muscles. Next, we have proteins. These are the workhorses of our bodies. They do all sorts of jobs. Some proteins are enzymes that speed up chemical reactions. Others are antibodies that fight off invaders. And some form the structure of our muscles, skin, and hair. Lipids are another important group. These include fats, oils, and waxes. They store energy, help form cell membranes, and are crucial for absorbing certain vitamins. Lastly, we have nucleic acids. DNA and RNA are the information carriers of our cells. Section 6, From Cells to Organs, the body's organization. We've talked about the basic building blocks of our bodies. Now let's see how they come together to form larger structures. Our bodies are organized in a hierarchical way. It's like a set of Russian nesting dolls. Each level builds on the one before it. At the smallest level we have cells. But cells don't work alone. They come together to form tissues. A tissue is a group of similar cells that work together. There are four main types of tissue: epithelial, connective, muscle, and nervous tissue. Tissues then come together to form organs. An organ is a structure made up of two or more types of tissue. Your heart, for example, is an organ made up of muscle tissue, connective tissue, and nervous tissue. But even organs don't work alone, they team up to form organ systems. Section 7. Trace elements and minerals, small but mighty. We've covered the major elements in our bodies. But what about the minor players? These are called trace elements and minerals. They might be present in small amounts, but they pack a big punch. Without them, our bodies wouldn't function properly. Let's start with iron. It makes up less than 1% of our body weight, but it's crucial for our health. Iron is a key component of hemoglobin. That's the protein in our blood that carries oxygen. Without enough iron, we can develop anemia. Another important trace element is zinc. It helps our immune system fight off invaders. Iodine is essential for making thyroid hormones. These hormones control our metabolism. Section 8. The hidden world within, our microbiome. Now, let's talk about something you might not expect. Did you know that not all cells in your body are human? In fact, there are trillions of microorganisms living in and on your body right now. This community of microbes is called your microbiome, and it's a crucial part of what makes you, well, you. The majority of these microbes live in your gut, but they're also found on your skin, in your mouth, and even in your lungs. Don't worry though, most of these microbes are not harmful. In fact, many are beneficial. They help digest your food, they produce vitamins, and they even help train your immune system. Your microbiome is unique to you. It's influenced by many factors. Your diet, environment, and even your genes play a role. Section 9. The incredible complexity of the human body. As we wrap up our journey through the human body, let's take a moment to marvel at its complexity. From the tiniest atom to the largest organ system, every part works in harmony. It's a testament to the wonders of nature. And it's something we're still working to fully understand. We've explored the basic building blocks of life. We've seen how cells come together to form tissues and organs. We've looked at the elements and molecules that make up our bodies. And we've even discovered the hidden world of microbes living within us. But this is just scratching the surface. Every day, scientists are making new discoveries about the human body. They're uncovering new functions of genes. They're finding new connections between different systems. The more we learn, the more we realize how much there is still to discover. The human body truly is a marvel, worth taking care of and appreciating every single day. Thank you for watching. Please like and comment below your insight.